Hello everyone and welcome back to the Modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games powered by the Power 9 podcast. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside Ben. Yeah.
Why there's so many ends?
I don't know. Gotta
Yeah.
change it, man. No, it's
Yeah.
Benjamin Huang.
Oh, come
Why don't we
on.
go
Only
like
only
this?
my mother and the government calls me
Benjamin Huang?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where,
And my
your
Israeli-
your mother when she's angry, yeah.
Yeah. You don't talk about your mother like that.
Hey.
Hey. So we have Alex Lowe. He's playing the same Abzan Coco deck, I'm assuming. Because,
Yeah.
when you triple sleeve your cards, you probably don't change sleeves every week.
Not an easy task.
Yeah,
to,
not an easy
change sleeves,
task.
yeah.
So William, we saw him last round playing the another variant of a creature-based combo strategy.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to lead off with Temple Garden to Birds, which is a great way to start the matchup because, as we discussed last week, the matchup was about mana and cards.
Yeah,
It's seldom about life totals and about tempo and stuff like that, and more about your
Yes.
ability to manage your opponent's resources.
Mm.
So Alex is favored in that regard. He has Collector Company,
Yeah,
You
he's
know,
got Collector Company, he's got the...
which both adds mana and in some way both adds cards and in some way also adds mana because
Yep.
you get 6 mana worth of creatures.
And it goes off faster than
Yeah.
than Williams' deck. Yeah.
Alex is gonna play a Viscera Seer and then a fetch line, so not a great hand for Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And I think William must realize that he is
Needs to get rid of the Viscera Seer.
not really. I don't think it's imperative. In fact, I think William knows that he can then build into his combo pretty quickly.
Alright, so he does have...
And he has the option to chop the wall, tap the bird for white, and play Voice of Resurgence.
Yeah, but he chooses not to. Any reason why not?
I'm not sure.
Maybe he's got a remover in hand that we haven't seen yet, yeah.
Maybe he's you can't be too concerned about much in this matchup, right? Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see the voice at the front of his hand. What do you think?
Man, I am a little confused. Like,
So you
should have
think
just
he
cast Voice of
misses the
Resurgence.
yeah. That way you have protection against your opponents like Quarter Callings and Collector
And the
Companies.
Collector
Not
Companies, right.
protection, but you get some value
Yeah.
out of it.
Whatever small value there is. Don't worry. The dashboard is kind of
Oh,
dashboard is kind
Funny.
of slow, which is this number doesn't update as fast as we would like it,
okay.
so that we
okay.
don't actually understand how many people are actually watching. This is the one that you want to take care of.
Alex is gonna
What
return
is
with
that? Kitchen
things,
yeah.
and I think. Oh wow!
Wow, it's a Revelant?
So
It's a-
Williams' hand is actually
wow.
very well suited to beat or to play against Alex's
yeah.
setup.
The
Obviously, he can go infinite next turn.
Can he? 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
He can just cast a Quarter Calling or something. Right.
no, the call calling needs to be for 8, man.
Well, no. Alex can go infinite next turn.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
already
yeah.
got the call calling in hand. So William needs to disrupt this combo somehow, either by getting
Yeah.
rid of the
I th-
Viscera Seer.
I think if William had added a Voice of Resurgence to his board last turn, this
He
turn he
would
can
have caught
court for
it.
3 and get Pontiff to kill the Viscera Seer.
yeah.
And Pontiff is great against that deck because Pontiff there's a lot of 1 toughness creatures. If
Yeah.
you somehow trade the first time with the Kitchen Finks, blinking it means you can kill it, or just
Or
the
you
sheer
can-
fact that you
yeah.
can blink it, you can blink the Pontiff in combat to give it -1/-1 and then block it with the Pontiff itself.
Yeah.
Is very beneficial. And I don't think he can play that because Red Mountain and Temple Garden do not tap for Voice of Resurgence. So let me go fix
yes,
that
please
right
fix that.
away.
Thank you. Yep. Yeah, so he needs to either tap the... Yep, okay. So I would just use the counter of, what's his name? Wall of Roots, so that you keep creatures up in case you need to cast...
I'm the long range judge.
the long range judge.
No, I can see why he would keep the
No, you
wall
can still... No.
fresh.
Actually, you could have actually cast the... what you call it?
Voice,
The not the voice, the
court.
chord for
You only get 2.
no 3. You get 4 mana because you can tap both the Wall of Roots and give off an extra mana. off
Sure.
that.
And how much mana does that? How much is that? What do you court for? How much do you
you
court
get
for?
the Orzhov Pontiff is 3, right?
Yeah. So you court for
okay,
2.
My bad.
Yeah. Anyway, I've done the math for you. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Okay.
So he should have played the voice last turn.
Yeah, well, unfortunately.
This turn with the fetch, it looks like he's gonna be able to. I think he's gonna main phase a Collector Company so that he can attempt to. Yep.
well,
that's
it's
right.
a little
he's-
risky, I think.
What?
Like if you
Why is it risky? Like, what could he lose to? What is he?
no,
how does he
if
not?
you don't like
If
you
you don't
could
hit,
just
is
combo
it?
off. Like, that's the thing. Like you could just combo off like right now and ended the game.
He
yeah?
has the Fiend Hunter. Yeah, he should he should Collector Company on his turn anyway because there's a Voice of Resurgence in play.
I know, but you can just combo off this turn, and then scry for the Murderous Red Cap. Gain infinite amount of life.
So
and
how's
then
this?
just scry for the
What?
Murderous
How
Red
is
Cap.
this risky?
If you don't hit 2 creatures,
Oh,
then now
but
you're
always
that's
always the case with Collector Company, right? if you don't hit 2 creatures, then
then it's not a good spell. But you could have definitely
caught it.
caught
He has a court in his hand. Does he have a
does,
court?
right?
I'm not sure. He's gonna attack
Alright,
with,
so he's just
with
gonna
2.
swing you
He's gonna
both of
block
them?
the kitchen things. Yeah. I don't know if I like taking the Fiend Hunter with. Then it means that he doesn't have access to court for Fiend Hunter later, which in the case of
can't disrupt a combo.
can't disrupt the combo. I think he's gonna go chop the wall now, and play
Oh, okay.
Mom and Dad.
Yep.
Well, not Mom and Dad.
3.
Well, yep. He's gonna play Pia and Kirinala.
Yeah.
Which-
This will allow him to court
Yeah,
for.
it's very
the wall.
potent because next turn he still has access to court for 2.
Does he? 1, 2. Yeah.
No, he doesn't because they don't make
Court
green.
for 3.
You need triple green.
No, you have the wall, and the wall also taps for
That's
green.
double green.
How about the bird?
The bird's tapped, so he can't
Oh,
court
yeah,
for
yeah,
2 on
okay,
his
okay.
opponent's turn.
Not in response now.
Yeah, so something like he can't get his own spell guide, for example.
Mm.
But he has Orzhov
Alright.
Pontiff,
So Pontiff
a
will
very powerful magic card against
one
against 1/1s, anything with 1 toughness.
and he can just sacrifice that. Goodness.
Yeah.
He could take out the
Yeah.
Pia and Kiranala, but I don't think there's any value in doing that.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna lose per se, but he's this is it goes back to our discussion about how you win this matchup.
Yeah.
And if you limit your opponent's resources over time, your ability to interact or your ability to play an interactive game with your opponent decreases.
Yep.
And here Alex is fishing for his Court of Calling, because if he has Court of Calling now, he just goes infinite life
Mm.
by finding either an Offenza or Malira.
Yeah.
Probably
so
an Offenza, since you can go wide around your opponent and kill him.
That's true.
Yeah.
But either one would be fine because all you're doing is just trying to scry for your
Sure.
ultimate win con, which is
So yeah, William really paying very highly for his failure to play a Voice of Resurgence on turn 2,
Turn 2, yeah.
because that meant that he didn't have 1 more mana the next turn to play his own Orzhov Pontiff.
Which
could
could
have been a
gotten rid of
great-
the Viscerus here.
Yeah,
It
or a
could have
great
gotten rid-
counter to your opponent's Orzhov Pontiff.
That's true.
And instead choosing to play, yeah, he could have played Mom and Dad if he had the voice up. Yeah,
Mm.
if he had the voice in play, he could have cast
You
Mom
gotta
and
play
Dad.
Mom and Dad and like
Yeah,
still
so now it's
have,
on 3, making the Finks a good attacker.
yeah. So now another Voice of Resurgence
Yeah.
hits the battlefield. And yeah, William in a very bad
Yeah.
position, not
Yeah,
drawing
yeah.
as many lands.
Now
as
he does
would
have
like to.
court. He does have access to court for Spell's Guide,
Oh, great.
which is decent. But if Alex doesn't play anything, remotely dangerous in that sense, so William's gonna. Alex is just going full
Doing
value,
Eternal Witness.
returning the call, calling. Collector Company, and yeah, I mean,
Why is he paying 4 for the
no,
Eternal
he
Witness?
played the Birds of
Oh,
Paradise.
right,
first,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
So I don't like William's position here.
Yeah, no,
If he untaps, he has access to court for 3.
if he draws an extra land, that'll be
If
very,
he has access
very
to court
helpful.
for 3, he can play his own Orzhov Pontiff. So if you're in, that's really good, because he gets the token. It's persisted, And if he courts for 3 and gets Pontiff, he wipes
He wipes the
you know,
entire,
a majority-
almost
almost
the
all of
entire
it,
board.
except for the Fiend Hunter and the Spellsky.
Yeah.
So I think if I'm William,
Alright, and
he draws the land.
exactly. Wow.
So the land means that he has access to, on a later turn, access to blinking the also Pontiff.
Yeah.
So I hope William sees the line here where he gets Pontiff and wrecks his opponent's side of the table.
Well, you saw it the last game, so yeah, a lot of these games do tend to go a little slower. You have to
Very complicated
understand,
board
yeah,
states.
Exactly, board states do get very gummed up and very messy in very short amounts of time, and you got to figure out like what your opponent has, because sometimes your opponent might just come out of nowhere. Yeah, you can. Your opponent might just come out of nowhere and suddenly, hey, you're dead. Or something that you just didn't think about. Your opponent has a calling in hand with X number of creatures on the board. So it might be a little dangerous for you to try anything of your own.
I think William working through the permutations in his head, figuring out what the best move is this turn. It probably is court for 3, get Pontiff,
For the
and then
Pontiff, yeah.
slam with the voice token, if you want.
So let's see.
He's playing Restoration
He's
Angel.
playing a Restoration Angel, Blink. The
Why doesn't he blink the... Why wouldn't you blink the Mom and Dad? Blink Mom and Dad, get 2 more tokens.
and then do you have enough mana? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's interesting. So he chooses not to go for the Pontiff, which I think is a mistake.
No, you
It's just
blink
a-
the mom and dad. So here's the thing: like you blink the mom and dad, and then you can you could flash. Yeah, no. Would you still
Yeah.
have enough mana?
You have
2,
enough. You
3.
can blink. You can blink Mom and
Yeah,
Dad.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. If you blink mom and dad, then you can still have mana enough for the calling.
If you blink Mom and Dad and you go for it on your opponent's turn, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have enough to kill him. You have enough to make infinite creatures on your opponent's turn, but you can't do it in your turn because you've already used the Wall of Roots to cast the Restoration Angel.
Yes, that's true.
So you can still court for also Pontiff, wreck your opponent, make sure he doesn't get to in. But he does. He that play is still.
No, you can't.
The play's not open to him this turn.
Yeah, that's why. Right now you can't. So. Oh man.
We have
So, yeah, we
54
learn.
viewers.
Yeah.
Is that
I
an
have
all-time
no.
high
No, that's not really an all-time high. But usually that's a
for
that's
modern?
For modern, yes. Which is very
Yeah.
interesting. Usually we don't have that many people for modern.
Oh yeah.
Very strange.
I put it down to the quality of our casting.
Oh wow! Yeah. of course.
All the bird talk that we've been throwing around.
Yeah, people are just going out there on the internet.
Literally
like this.
talking cock.
Oh my goodness!
We're
Never
not-
mind, I'll just extract it out from the
okay.
from the stream.
Sorry,
Anyway.
mate. I goofed.
Yeah, this is very strange.
Yeah, so I think Alex finds the infinite life combo.
Yep. So
And if you're William, you can arguably still play on because you can play Nahiri, reduce your opponent's 0 permanence over and over again, and just deck him. Because you never lose to Emrakul. You never lose to Emrakul. You never
you can
deck.
just toss the
yeah.
Emrakul and
Toss it to Nahiri, rinse, repeat.
hmm.
So he's pointing to his Noble Hierarch, his Exalted Trigger.
It's
And
1, 2, 3 +2/+2.
Yeah, plus
Yeah.
2/+2. Yeah, I mean,
It'll be through everything on his board, unless you want to give up the
oh, he
Restoration
can't
Angel.
actually go infinite because there's currently a -1/-1 counter.
Yes.
On
So,
So
what do
he-
you do in this? In this
he
situation?
still has the option of. I think William
Can
just
he win?
William
If he
just
draws
wins,
a
right?
land, he wins, right?
No, he doesn't need to draw a land, right? He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he has enough. He just
oh yeah,
activates
correct,
the wall
yeah,
roots.
I keep forgetting the wall
And
roots. You can get
if-
2 mana out of it.
and if Alex doesn't have a chord in his hand, I think, and if Alex had a chord in his hand,
He would have done it on his turn.
Yeah, he would have corded for Anafenza.
Or he would have called it for the
Anafenza, and then play Collector Company, bolster the kitchen things. What is he doing? He's passing.
Oh, that's strange. 1, 2, 3.
That's so weird. Because maybe he thinks that Spellskite can redirect the ability of Kikijiki. Kikijiki says creature you control though. So
Okay.
so he's gonna get infinite life with the Enoffenza.
Can he get the infinite life?
Yeah,
now?
he
Oh,
played
right,
a
he
second
just
copy
got
of the things.
this thing. All right, so
So
man.
he is going to be able to. Yeah, so I mean, technically he's not dead. And I think actually William loses in this scenario because Alex can constantly gain infinite life, whereas
Yes.
William can only attack for a large amount during his turn.
No, and the next turn, like he's just gonna scry all the way until he finds a murder trick.
Yeah,
put it
yeah,
on
yeah.
top of the deck and then just
Yeah.
go off.
Yeah, I mean, if this was a combo where you had to say, for example, declare how much life you were gaining, so you just say like 13 trillion or something like that.
Yeah, that,
Yeah,
I
you
think
could
that's
always
large
say,
enough.
yeah,
that's large
I
enough.
make 13 trillion angels and kill
And
you
then
3
kill you.
times over. But Magic doesn't work that way.
All right, so Path to Exile.
he
No,
has
but
the
he's
path.
gonna redirect.
He's gonna
it with
redirect
his-
it to the spell guy.
spells guy. Okay, so unless he's got another path, this is not going to.
So maybe he can play a. What is he? What can he play? Maybe he can play.
He can still call for the Orzhov Pontiff right now.
The Pontiff doesn't. Pontiff solves the Viscera Seer.
Yeah, the Viscera Seer is the thing that activates the combo. So
yeah, I mean, I really like courting for Pontiff. So maybe
Right
this is
now.
gonna motivate William to do it now.
yeah,
So I hope he actually goes for it. Please see
please
the.
do it. Please do it.
Please see the Orzhov Pontiff play.
Well, he saw it last game, so you know,
It's so odd that he.
not seeing it now.
Okay, so they have Junhao, who is our resident judge. They're intervening, explaining what's going on to him. Somebody who's not here that you usually here is Steve Foley,
Oh yeah,
who's also our resident judge.
Did he go? No, Taipei is next week. So
No.
He's going.
He's actually
to Taipei,
also
I'm
my
not-
tenant now. He lives in my house.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
that's
yeah. Sometimes we play Magic and have breakfast at the same time. Yeah.
and breakfast.
Full
Not-
on geek mode, you know.
Yeah, not yeah. Oh wow, this is interesting.
You should just search for Magic.
Yeah, I did. But apparently, wow, we have that. Wow, seriously. Okay, this is interesting. We
Yeah.
are the
We are the
number one Magic
Woohoo.
streamers right now.
This is you, glowing log. Woo!
Yay.
Is that you?
No. Meetings commentators are biased. Yes, I think Ben is biased. Well, we're trying to see like what you can play and what you cannot play in order not to die right now or not to lose right now.
I think William missed an opportunity to wipe his opponent's board, and then on the last turn missed an opportunity to go infinite and kill his opponent.
Yes.
And I think still on this turn he still has an opportunity to make everything right, and
I play against Alex a lot, and Alex understands a lot of the matchups unless he is playing against like a rogue deck.
Okay.
Yeah, so he does tend to play around many things, but sometimes he also doesn't conceal information as well as he should.
Yeah.
William, of course.
I mean, that's the first
returning
level of
player.
Magic play, right? Understanding how your deck works.
Yeah.
The next
And
level is
he
understanding how the
he knows
matchups
how
work.
his deck works very, very well. So now he just
So
swings in with the entire team.
This attack seems risky. Why would you attack this way? Is there a Gavany Township? There's no Gavany Township.
no, there's no Gavany Township.
So- Was he? You can block the Pontiff quite safely here.
doesn't
your-
Alex gain like infinite life already?
Your token quite easily trades for the Eternal Witness. Yeah, Alex having infinite life doesn't mean the game is over because
Yes,
he has
that's
the Emrakul way to.
Yeah,
And
but
one of the ways to
unfortunately-
lose is to give up too much of your board position before you find a way to make your attackers infinitely large.
Mhm.
So what Alex is going to do now is to... Wait, what?
No, he'll sacrifice the Pontiff first.
He'll sacrifice the Pontiff. That makes
No,
the
he'll
most
let the
sense.
Pontiff. You should let the Pontiff die first.
Yeah, because he wants to do 1 damage to the mom and dad.
Yeah, and then haunt probably the Kitchen Finks, and then sacrifice the Kitchen Finks,
Yeah.
kill the mom and dad.
But even then,
just-
all he gets out of this equation is mom and dad. And mom and dad without tokens, and as a result, unable to interact with your... For all you know, he has another mom and dad in his hand, and he can just play it.
That's
away.
true.
Yeah. So I really don't like this attack from
Alex.
Because in essence, all he needs to do is survive till next turn.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's giving up some of his resources that could otherwise be used to represent a quarter calling, stuff like that.
Hmm.
So he's sacrificing it to the. That's odd. Yeah, I think they might need.
Kelvin's telling us to go and set the phone number to some arbitrary large number. Just ignore the red colored number.
Yeah.
It is at some very arbitrary large number. Right, so whole bunch of the board disappears. I believe the Eternal Witness is also supposed to die.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
So
correct. That is correct.
I don't really understand what he achieved here. I guess without a land, William can't combo off this turn. That could be the
1,
argument.
2, 3, yeah.
But
so even if he did not have a land, he could have comboed off last turn.
yeah,
Which no amount of infinite life will be able to save you.
and
Well, actually no, that is not true because you can make you have to make a finite number of angels, and then I'm just going to name that number of times that you sacrifice.
you're just gonna gain over and over again.
Because you have to eventually you have to make an attack.
Yep.
Which means that you have to attack with n finite number of angels.
So yeah, William playing the game out. I think he still has the option to court for Pontiff on his opponent's turn.
Now, but Pontiff, does it
Pontiff
do
kills
anything
the
here?
Viserys here, so at least it doesn't die
Right, okay.
right away to Mother's Red Cap.
Mm-hmm. So now he's just going to cast a Murderous Recap. Now
And
you have
please-
to...
come on, William, you have to see this, right?
You have to... come on.
You have to be able to court for. Yeah, he's thinking about it. No.
No?
Oh,
Okay.
that's so
Alright,
surprising.
give up. Maybe the Pontiff is not in the main board.
We played some games for fun before the tournament started, and he had the Pontiff main board. Yeah, I thought seized him, and I think you're gonna be able to see it when he fans through his deck.
Okay. No, but he did go through his deck quite a bit, so...
Yeah, I don't know.
And here's the thing, like, Alex himself played a Pontiff, which means that...
it reminds his
you
opponent
should, remind you
that
of
Pontiff is a possibility.
Hey, guess what? I have a Pontiff in my deck too. Alright. Best trade ever? Yeah, I don't know how Melira is not win yet. Well, now it is. Well, Melira is usually a 2-turn, you have to set it up. So you use the infinite life to make sure that you don't die that turn, unless it's infect. And then you scry on
it's
top.
really exciting. I think Alex or William has access to a Fraction Revoker in his sideboard. So, when Alex taps out for the combo and he just gets Revoker and like Viserys here.
No!
Adios, muchachos.
Alright. So not a fan of Court, yeah. Yep. Fortunately, I got a few copies of Court of Calling. I really like to use them in a deck. But I prefer Aether Vial. So broken cards. I still like broken cards, but yeah. Not this type of broken cards.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have been happier with another matchup on the camera because you guys saw the Court deck. So, you guys saw the Court deck the last round. So, you don't really want to see. I don't think we should show too much of it.
Yeah.
Because it does invariably end up with a lot of stalled board states and shuffling. But that being said, it's a very fun card and card that a lot of people like to play with.
Yeah. So
it
is a very strong card.
It's quite unavoidable. You're gonna have some people play the deck.
Do the two decks run? Run on the Court of Calling? Like if you do not have a Court of Calling in hand, is that a bad draw?
I think more so William's deck than Alex's. Alex still has Collector Company. So he can just brute force it, just keep going through 6 cards looking for his combo, and then reiterate it with Eternal Witness off a Collector Company.
That is so good, man. Yeah.
But William has the advantage of I guess more of a. Like his actual cards are more powerful. Like Kiki-Jiki without a Restoration Angel is still great. You can blink Eternal Witness. You can Revelark is very powerful. And if you have the Realm Razor that we saw in his hand but never hit play.
Man, that'll be sweet.
Yeah. And if Alex ever attacks with one of his combo pieces, like a Kitchen Finks, and then William just gets to slam Nahiri and exile it. That's pretty big game. My only concern is that overall, Alex seems like he has more long-term card advantage. I think William has more powerful cards, but Alex's deck is better suited to deal with this matchup. Never mind Gavany Township, which makes defending a Planeswalker very hard because you just go wide and
then you can just swing in.
pump your guys and attack and kill him, especially with Birds of Paradise.
Yeah,
Again,
so
making this game a cockfight.
No, bird is not a cock. Bird is just a bird. It is a summoned bird. Yeah.
Burnt Out, you're right. It does. One of the upsides that Alex's deck has is that it has a very good matchup against Infect.
Yeah.
Because surprise, surprise, Spellskite and Melira in the same deck.
Does does not let you die against Infect decks.
Steve, also our resident Infect player.
Yeah. Melira is like the worst thing you want, the last thing you want to see, especially if you're playing against Infect. If the Infect player.
Yeah, Wish P, I agree. I think that he had more tools, especially that game, especially with Double Core in his hand. But I think he just, maybe lost sight of what was going on.
Noble Hierarch on Alex's side of the table. Yep. Well, that's what the deck wants to do. You want to get a turn 1 Accelerant. I believe the deck runs four birds and two Hierarchs. Yeah. Six mana Accelerant.
I think the only thing that's better than a bird is probably a Wall of Roots on turn 2. Because it doubles up for court activation, court convoke.
It provides
more so for William than for Alex, because Alex, doesn't mind as much.
Mm-hmm.
And William has a lot more higher cost things that he can court for.
Yeah.
Whereas, Alex stops at 3, obviously, because of Court of Calling.
Yes,
and,
that's true. Well, it stops at 4.
Governmental planned parenting.
Well, it stops at 4, actually. Watching 2-box decks makes me feel lame sometimes. I like to play things like 8-Rack, 8-Whack, and Dredge in the current meta. Turns guys sideways and win on turn 4 or 5. Yeah, Living End is also one of those decks which is quite interesting. Also a combo deck. You just cycle.
Very interestingly, Alex plays Path on his opponent's Voice of Resurgence. I really don't like this because this is not a matchup that's decided by XX tokens.
Yes, exactly. It's decided by who fires off the combo first.
And really just mana. Look, the fact that you're giving your opponent a free land means that he can now untap.
Can lay a land, go Restoration Angel, and next time just combo off.
Or Nahiri or Noble Hierarch.
Oh man.
But then he loses
the
Melira.
Nahiri,
So what he probably should do is
no, Nahiri instead. I think you just +1. +2. You discard a card.
You discard Sin Collector.
Right,
because next turn you're gonna cast your Revelar. And it's quite improbable for Alex to have the combo. But he draws Viserys here. So that's a thing.
What were you saying? What were you saying again?
Hey man, Magic's a wonderful game. That's gonna be my line from now on. Like anytime someone just rips exact perfects,
Yeah, everybody responds like differently. People are like poo or like
no. Actually, I think he has infinite now.
Yep.
Yeah, he has infinite, but him going infinite means Nahiri gets to go up to 8, and if William can flood the board and protect Nahiri can Emrakul Alex down, and then
but Emrakul. So here's the thing. What does Emrakul do after that? Like, it returns back to your hand. Like,
it returns back to your hand. So then your opponent has no board, and then you can slowly pull a hit, and he's gonna get infinite life. Sure, he already has, say, 90 trillion life.
So you just have to make sure
that you just have to get to the point where you can combo off and just say that you have 90 trillion plus 3.
Okay, that's true. Yep.
So once he no longer has the combo in play. So these matchups often come down to things like Scavenging Ooze out of the sideboard. Because Scavenging Ooze stops all these shenanigans. Or Linvala.
Linvala definitely.
Yeah, Linvala is a bit
so strong.
Linvala is actually one of those cards that just wins on all axes, right? Like it's mana denial, it stops your combo.
Yep.
It's a 3/4 beater, so it controls planeswalkers if you're playing against Alex.
Does not die to lightning bolts if you're worried about that. There is still removal. Like everything dies to removal, so it's okay. It still dies to a Doomblade.
Goblin guy, you really understand what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
When I say, and I think Alex has tapped pretty poorly here because he wasn't planning on leaving up the path anyway.
All right, so Viserys here.
So he's gonna take 3 from the Exalted Trigger, even though Alex forgot. Alex looking confused.
Yep. So
he's like, what? Oh, that's nice.
Right, Noble Hierarch. Can
Yeah.
swing in for 3.
Is
keep
Alex
that
thinking of attacking
with the
William?
Melira. Yeah,
for
no, if you-
damage?
So
No.
here's the thing: like if you attack with the Melira, your Melira's dead next turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm not sure if he
I
should
don't
be
think
attacking
exactly.
at all.
So
But that just means that then we
The-
move into that Emrakul phase of the game. You can see the strength of Nahiri in this matchup here.
bye bye. Hey, bye bye. Okay, so right. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he decides not to attack attack Nahiri because Nahiri will just, get rid of the Melira, and
Yeah.
that means you do not have your combo anymore. But yeah, very dangerous situation that Alex is left with.
If you're Alex, if you're William on this turn, you have
go
to
for it.
assume that your opponent's going to go for the combo next turn.
Yeah,
right?
so
So
it'd be nice
you
to
go out
cast-
with the Nahiri. You go out with Nahiri looking for an answer, and if not, then you play for the Emrakul game.
Do you think the Sin Collector would?
Well, I don't think you can cast a Sin Collector without mana, without any way to find black mana. And if he
Well,
had
no, you can cast a Revelark. No, you need the Revelark to die. Yeah,
if he
late.
had a way to court, he would have won this turn anyway, right?
yeah, he would have.
He would have just evoked. He just convoked the court and got like Kitchen Finks or something.
Mhm.
In fact, could he have? No, he can only get Kitchen Finks. So, I suppose, yeah. I think, honestly, a lot of the time, players at this level, your local game store, they're still trying to figure out the ins and outs of their deck. And so Alex is already is one level higher than William because he knows, he understands.
Yeah,
how
he's
the
been
deck
playing this
works.
deck for quite a while, so he knows.
Yeah, he's
how
quite
the
a
deck
regular here at our events.
works. Mhm.
And so yeah, I've in the older days, you always tap your elves and birds for mana, put them in your mana, and then when it comes time to block, jump in front of a giant
Wow,
creature,
was- Man,
summon them from
OC.
reserve.
Man, I put my artifacts with all my lands,
Yeah.
especially those soul rings and this thing, just to make
Oh,
sure.
so this is decent. He has Restoration Angel.
Does he have Kiki-Jiki?
No, but he
No,
can
but
play
he's
Wall of
Revelark.
Roots, and then
The
blink.
Restoration Angel.
Yeah, but if he plays one Revelark, because he knows about the path in his opponent's hand, that's decent, I guess.
Yeah. if
Removing the Revelark means that
the
he gets the two of those clowns back.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't remove the Revelark, then he at least has to reduce to take Nahiri down any at all. He has to give up one of the creatures he has in play.
Yeah.
So I think Alex has the cord in his hand. I'm surprised as to why he's not casting it.
Maybe he is.
Nope, there we
Nope.
go.
Alright,
Infinite
let us
damage.
recap. This will be infinite damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is why keeping your opponent's resources in check is so important.
Yeah,
is that-
making sure that your opponent thinks, what
Yeah, yeah.
your
Yeah.
opponent, is still left thinking.
Worrying about what he can play around.
Exactly.
And I think open mana always signifies, especially if you've seen Alex play over conservatively in game one,
Then
you know that open mana represents a lot. So that's one of the ways to get virtual card advantage. You don't actually have to have cards that are good. You just have to be able to play in a way that obsoletes a lot of your opponent's cards.
Alex was playing the Revoker as well. What was
Yeah,
the
yeah. So they both
Revoker-
had Revokers.
What was the Revoker before? Kiki-Jiki.
Kiki-Jiki. Yeah,
Nahiri
and
itself.
or Nahiri itself.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's pretty
yeah.
good. But yeah, this is the end of round 2. Alex advances to 2-0.
Yeah.
William learns some lessons from,
Yeah.
hopefully, either from right now or from watching our broadcast. And once again, thanks for watching.
Yeah. But before we go to breaks, just to remind you that this isn't the only broadcast that we do. Remember, you can join us on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for Standard, Modern, and Vintage, all at 8 p.m. Singapore time. Real players playing real cards. We see Alex talking to William about their play decisions. So you can join us anytime during the week, and we also sometimes broadcast on the weekends. But you should keep yourself updated on the weekends by following our Facebook page, which you can find in the links below in the channel description. One last thing as well. Do listen to our partners. They are the Power 9 podcast, of which I am one of the hosts. We just posted an episode out this week about kids and how much we love kids, and we know Ben loves kids because you can head down to our YouTube page last week. Our YouTube page. Last week we were playing the Throwback Thursdays, and there were a whole bunch of kids, and you should have seen how Ben was reacting. Comedy gold. All right, so we're just going to go to a replay, but we'll be back in a short while. We've got about 15 minutes left in the round. We'll see you guys in a short while. See ya.